Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. In this video I would like to show you how to configure a Windows Server 2019 DHCP. I've previously installed the DHCP Server role together with I've done the Active Directory in one video. Then the next one was the DHCP Server installation role. So in this video I'd like to show you how to configure it and create scopes for clients when the clients join the domain to grab their IP addresses from the DHCP server. You can always create an independent DHCP server, then join it to the domain in a different system, but you can also do it on the same host like the Active Directory. But most companies they like creating their own DHCP servers separately because you don't want your system when your Active Directory crashes or other systems crash. You don't want to affect the IP address distribution in the network infrastructure for redundancy. So okay, the first thing I'll do is I'm gonna click on the start button on the bottom left and click on server manager. So this is the dialog box here. As you can see, I've got Active Directory, domain services role installed, DHCP installed, DNS, uh, local server, all servers. So I'm gonna click on tools, then click on DHCP. I'm gonna maximize this here. I'm gonna extend this a bit to make it easier. Okay, if I click on here to maximize, I have got IPv4 and IPv6. So if I click on action here and manage authorized servers, so as you can see this server is already authorized. So if I want to unauthorize, I can just select it like I've done, then authorize here, but I don't want to do that now. I just want to create a host. So to create a host, if I click on this domain here, then right click it, so now if I click on select this here, then click on the IPv4 here, then right click IPv4, then click on new scope. This is the wizard to add the scope, so I click on next here. I'm gonna give it a name. I'll just say test IP1 as a name. I can put a description, but I will leave that blank. For example, you have a lot of DHCP servers. You can put the identifications here, like if you have a DHCP in your main office or in a server room or wherever safe place you think it is, so you can put on the description to identify which DHCP server it is that you are dealing with right now. Okay, I'm gonna click on next here. So I have to create an IP range. Obviously I'm gonna go for class C IP address. So I'm gonna click on from the beginning of the IP to the end. I need to put everything here, but I'm gonna have another box whereby I can do the exclusions. So I'm gonna type 192.168.0. let's say 1. So the end IP, I will take it as 192.168.0. Let's say 200. Then I'm gonna click on next here. So add exclusion and delay. So the IP address I would like to exclude here is my IP address for the server, the host, which is .10, but not just .10. I would like to reserve from IP5 to maybe 20. 192.168.0.5 to 192.168.168 dot 0 dot, let's say 20. Then click on add. So all IP addresses from .5 to .20 will not be assigned, they will be excluded. Mostly you exclude some IP addresses, for example, for some devices in the network, for example some printers, some scanners, and some other electronic devices, whereby you want them to be always connected. You don't want them on DHCP server. You want to assign a static IP address to them. So I'm gonna click on next here. By default you have 8 days of lease. So what this means is like every 8 days the client is going to request a new DHCP IP address from a DHCP server. The IP address could change, it could be the same IP address just renewed. So I'll click on next here. I want to configure this scope now. I'm gonna leave it as yes, or you can choose no to say later, but I'm gonna activate it now. So default gateway IP address, I'll leave that blank. So I'll click on next here. Win server, I haven't got any win server, so I'm gonna ignore that. Yes, I want to activate this scope now. Then click on next, click on finish. So I'm gonna extend this bit here. So if I click on the scope here and click on address list, if I click on address list, for example, I'm gonna say right click on the scope here, the scope I've just created, then click on properties. You can see what I've just created now here. But if I right click on it again and look at display statistics, this is where you check all the addresses that has been assigned and how many addresses are available. I've got 184 available. In use is 0, but once a client has been joined to this domain and it's been configured to automatically request for a DHCP address, it will definitely grab one from here if not affected by the firewall. So I'm gonna close this here. Close this one here. Close this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is how to configure a DHCP server in a Windows Server 2019. I hope to see you in another video. Thanks for watching.